we left Indonesia and we returned from home leave to Manila. Harry was already there.
And when would this have happened?
This was in
1960, wasn't it?
yes, I think it was late 1959 or early 1960. And oh my goodness, I guess Harry had gone on ahead. And I was there with the 4 children in Palo Alto and was waiting for transport to the Philippines.
And where were you living in Palo Alto?
Well, we lived on Mimi, that's Harry's mother, had rented the house across the street. And apparently they got it on a month-to-month basis. But we were living in this beautiful home right across the street from my mother, 2 doors down from Harry's mother. And we had plenty of room for ourselves and the 4 children. And it was one of the periods when Edie was able to go to school for a few months. Her schooling up until then had been very, very touch and go. And the other children hadn't really needed school yet, so it wasn't a crisis for them. Edie had started first grade there, and then we had gone to Manila, where she was able to go into the American school. Very well run, very much on the American school line. And Don went too. So Edie and Don were both in school in Manila for 3 years. When I reached Manila by ship, and I had traveled on the Cleveland, the SS Cleveland, and because there was no cabins available for me and the children, they gave me a suite. It was lovely. And I guess the ship people thought I was somebody special because it had flowers and champagne and fruit in the
Nice.
cabin when I arrived. And just adjacent to it was another smaller cabin, and that was for a couple of the children. We worked it out very easily, I assure you. The house that Harry found for us in Manila was in an area outside of Manila called Rizal, Makati Rizal, in a gated community. Before gated communities were all the rage. And all the houses in it were occupied by wealthy expatriates or wealthy Filipinos. It was absolutely a startling change to go from Indonesia to the Philippines. For in the first place, the language was English. The people were all wonderful and friendly, and they loved to entertain the Filipinos. They were just wonderfully friendly people. Some of them were, almost all of the wealthy families claimed Spanish descent. That gave them a cachet. And certainly they were high-spirited, fun-loving people. All of the problems of the country were sort of sub rosa, and there were lots of problems. It was the time when the wife of the president, what was her name?
Imelda Marcos?
Imelda Marcos had 700 pairs of shoes. Famous for owning 700 pairs of shoes.
You know, at the end, I believe she had 3,000.
Okay, that's a much more impressive number. Let's call it 3,000. Well, we started out life having instant membership to the Selangor Golf and Country Club. no, to the Manila Golf and Country Club and to the Manila Polo Club. And the Polo Club was wonderful. I got such good pictures of your children at the Polo Club. I'll have to find them, show them at the end. And that's what we can do, Rob. I can go on talking. At the very end, I'll bring out some more pictures for you to photograph.
Great.
At the Polo Club, we could watch polo matches, not surprisingly, a very elegant sport. And we could go swimming in their beautiful pool, which we used a great deal of the time. And Edie and Don took riding lessons. I don't think Kathleen took riding lessons until we got to Malaysia.
No, there's a picture of me on a horse in Manila.
Okay, we'll find
But
that
I don't
picture.
know that I was getting a lesson. Maybe I was just perched on top
Yeah.
for a minute.
Mhm.
So it's pretty funny. I have a vivid memory of that photo.
Yeah,
So-
okay, we'll find it. And I'll take half a cup of coffee too,
Okay.
laced with water, if it's
Okay.
your brand.
Yes.
I'm
It was-
not